Good morning, everyone. Today, I will discuss a test on course aggregate, and the name of today's test is which I performed today is a specific gravity and water absorption test. So basically, in today's class, I am discussing about a specific, specific gravity and water absorption test. Water absorption tests. Water absorption test. So basically, today our aim is to test the specific gravity and water absorption for coarse aggregate. So basically, uh, this is the test which will be carried out for assessing the property of coarse aggregate and their suitability for use in the construction of pavement layer. So, how? What are the significance of the test? So, the specific gravity of aggregate is considered to be measured of strength or quality of the material which will be used in our road construction. So, basically, the specific gravity of this stone, the specific gravity of stone aggregate is considered to measure the measurement of strength. I also discuss a point here that measurement of strength is also done from our crushing strength test of aggregate. Here also measurement of strength or quality of material, measurement of strength and quality of material, measurement of strength and quality of material and quality of material, quality of materials, quality of materials will be performed by our specific gravity test. So, the specific gravity of aggregate is considered to be a measure of strength or quality of the material. So, aggregate having low specific gravity are generally weaker than of higher specific gravity value. The specific gravity test helps in identification of a stone or also helps in identification of our aggregate. The specific gravity value of aggregate is made of us for making bed volume conservation and also for calculating the void containing compactor between the mixes. Next, what the objective of a specific gravity test for our aggregate? Basically, the specific gravity is defined as the ratio of weight of aggregate to the weight of equal volume of water. So here we generally we generally denote our specific gravity with gs, and this gs is defined as the weight of aggregate. Weight of aggregate, here this gs is equal to weight of aggregate It is defined, basically specific gravity is defined as the ratio of weight of aggregate to the weight of equal volume of water. So here weight of water, this is the definition of our specific gravity. But specific gravity is defined as the ratio of weight of aggregate to the weight of equal volume of water. Here the weight of, here one point I want to mention, here weight of aggregate and weight of water is taken for same volume. So for same volume, this ratio is defined. For same volume, this ratio is defined. Next, the specific gravity of an aggregate is considered to be a measure of strength or quality of the material. I already discussed these things. Basically, aggregate having low specific gravity are generally weaker than those with higher specific gravity. This property helps in a general identification of aggregate. That means we identify our aggregate in in that manner in which aggregate is weak, which aggregate is hard, which aggregate is strong. So in this manner or in this fashion we generally identify our aggregate. So just see the manual. I want to share something. So this is the aim of our today test. Our aim is to find the specific gravity and water absorption test of our aggregate. So here our aim is to find a specific gravity and water absorption test of coarse aggregate. Generally I am dealing here the coarse aggregate. Of course aggregate. Coarse aggregate. Coarse aggregate. Next, a specific gravity test of aggregate is done to measure the strength or quality of metal, while water absorption test determines the water holding capacity of coarse and fine aggregate. So basically, water absorption is an indicator for the strength of rock. Stone having high water absorption are more porous in nature. That means stone or aggregate having high water absorption or high water holding capacity, having maximum permeability, or they are more porous in nature. That means its porosity is very high. And generally uh, these stones or these aggregates are unsuitable. They are found to be unaccepted based on strength, impact and hardness test. So these are our outline of our test. What? A specific gravity test of aggregate is done to measure the strength or quality of the material, and the material here we use for pavement construction is aggregate. So basically a specific gravity will tell us the quality of our material. Again, water absorption test determine the water holding capacity of coarse and fine aggregate. If water holding capacity for fine aggregate or coarse aggregate is more, that means it is more porous and more permeability will be present in it, and that means it have more porosity. So if our stone is more porous, then it hold water for a longer period of time. If water is held by our aggregate or our fine aggregate for a longer period, then it deteriorate our pavement surface. So basically the aggregate which have high water holding capacity is generally not used in our road construction. So these are our outlines of our specific gravity and water absorption test. Apparatus required is first a balance of capacity about 3 kg. Just wait. Here we required, here the apparatus required is a balance of apparatus required is a balance of capacity about 3 kg to weight accurate 0.5 gram and of such a type and shape as to permit betting of the simple container when suspended in water. So basically we required our weighing balance of capacity about 3 kg to weight accurate 0.5 gram and of such a type and shape as to permit weighing of simple container when suspended in water. Next is a thermostatically controlled oven to maintain temperature at 100 to 110 degrees Celsius. So basically, our second apparatus required is a oven, and that oven we maintain the temperature from a range of 100 to 110 degrees Celsius. Next is a wire basket of not more than 6.3 mm mesh or a perforated container of convenient size with thin wire hangers for suspending it from the balance. So basically this is wire basket. So how wire basket looks like, I draw the diagram. This is our wire mesh basket. This is our wire mesh basket or bucket. So it looks like, so it looks like, it looks like here. This is the handle of our wire mesh bucket. Wire mesh bucket of not more than 6.3 mm mesh. Basically, the mesh provided here is, I use another color. I use this color. So this is wire mesh basket of not more than 6.3 mm mesh. So basically here one opening size, or here one mesh size is 6.3 mm. So this is our wire mesh basket. Just wait. This is my wire mesh basket. This is my wire mesh. This is my wire mesh basket, and the size of this wire mesh basket mesh is not more than, this size is not more than 6.3 mm. Its size is not more than 6.3 mm. So this is the third apparatus which will be required for the testing of our specific gravity of aggregate. Next, next is Next is a container or filling water and suspending the bucket. A container for filling water and suspending the bucket. So basically we required a container for filling water and suspending the bucket. Next is an airtight container of capacity similar to that of a basket. So also we required an airtight container. Next is a shallow tray and two absorbent cloth, each not less than 75 into 45 centimeter. So basically we required 6 apparatus. One is a valence of capacity about 3 kg. Next is a thermostatically controlled oven which maintain a temperature from 105 to 110 degrees Celsius. Next is a wire basket of not more than 6.3 mm or a perforated container of convenient size with thin wire hanger for suspending it from the balance. Next is a container for filling water and suspending the bucket. Our next apparatus which will be required for testing a specific gravity of aggregate is an airtight container of capacity similar to that of basket. So basically our airtight container is also looks like our basket. Its size is also not more than, or it's also mesh size is not more than 6.3 mm. Next is a shallow tray and two adjacent cloth, each not less than 75 into 45 centimeter. So I think these are the apparatus which would be required for testing our specific gravity. Next, we know specific gravity is the ratio of weight of a given volume of aggregate to the weight of an equal volume of water. I already discussed these things. Here, one point I also want to mention. Basically, specific gravity is the ratio of weight of a aggregate to the weight of given volume of water if both in both condition volume are same. So it is the measure of strength or quality of the specific material. Aggregate having low specific gravity are generally weaker than those aggregate which have high specific gravity. So the main objective of this test is to measure the strength or quality of the material. Next is to determine the water absorption of aggregate. So basically here our two tests is performed. One is specific gravity test of aggregate, specific gravity test of aggregate. Next one is water absorption test of aggregate. So here our main objective is to measure the strength or quality of the material, to determine the water holding capacity of the aggregate. That means what are the porosity or what are the porous nature of our aggregate we determine from our water absorption test. So basically these are the theory parts. Next, how we perform this test. So about 2 kg of dry sample of coarse aggregate is placed in wire basket. Here in the wire basket we generally take 2 kg of dry sample of coarse aggregate which will be placed in wire basket and immerse in water for 24 hours. So basically we first what we do, we take here we take just wait. Here we take this wire mesh basket. In this wire mesh basket, about 2 kg of dry sample of coarse aggregate is taken. So from here we take 2 kg of our here here our dry aggregate. That means oven dry aggregate. The aggregate which is present on site or which we carry from any factory or any industry contains certain moisture. So basically we kept this aggregate in a oven. So, so this aggregate, so this aggregate, basically this aggregate, also this aggregate, this aggregate, this aggregate, weight is about 2 kg and this aggregate is our dry aggregate. So this is our dry aggregate, dry aggregate, this aggregate is our dry aggregate. Is our dry aggregate. So about 2 kg of dry sample of coarse aggregate is placed in wire basket and immersed in water for 24 hours. So here what we do, here this dry aggregate weight is 2 kg, weight of this dry aggregate is 2 kg, is taken from here and put in this wire mesh basket. So here we put our this dry aggregate. So here we put our dry aggregate and in this wire basket and immerse in water for 24 hours. So here we have a water bath. 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 In this water bath, we immersed. That means we completely immerse this wire mesh basket, which contains dry aggregate of bed 2 kg in this water for about 24 hours. Basically, immerse the wire mesh bucket for about 24 hours. For 24 hours. The sample is wetted in water and the buoyant bed is found. So basically, we know if anything is immersed in water, then a force of buoyancy or a buoyant force is experienced on the body due to the water. So basically, this is a principle which will be given by Archimedes. That means if any object or if any body is immersed in water, then we experience a force. That force is known as buoyant force. So here, if the sample is immersed in water, then we feel buoyant force. So basically the sample is bedded in water and the buoyant bed is found. Because if we place dry aggregate, we know the bed of dry aggregate is 2 kg. We also bed the bed of wire mesh bucket. So if suppose we get 3 kg, and if due to the immersion of this wire mesh bucket, if the bed is reduces and the bed of this wire mesh buckets comes out to be 2.8 kg, then we feel 0.2 kg is our buoyant bed, or if we convert it into force, then we get our buoyant force. So the aggregate are then taken out, surface dried well with absorbent cloth and bedded. So basically from here after 24 hour, here after 24 hour, after 24 hour, we separately taken out this wire mesh bucket, separately taken out this wire mesh bucket, separately taken out this wire mesh bucket, and remove all the aggregate which will be present in this wire mesh bucket. So basically we remove our all the aggregates, our all the aggregates. Here we remove our all the aggregates. Here we remove our all the aggregates. So these are our aggregates. These are our aggregates which will be present in wire mesh bucket for about 24 hours. Then what we do? The aggregates are then taken out. Then we surface dry these aggregates. That means we allow these aggregate to dry with the atmosphere and with absorbent cloth and pattern. And we have two cloth. We know we have two cloth of size 75 into 45 centimeter. So on this cloth we put these aggregates and rub these aggregates with these cloths, such that we dry these aggregate with this cloth also. So if any moisture content and if any water which will be present on the surface or which will be absorbed on the surface of aggregate will get drained out or will get dried out with the rubbing of the cloth. So basically here we rub all the aggregates with the cloth. So here we rub all the aggregates with our cloth. Next, uh, what we do, the aggregates are taken out from our wire mesh buckets and surface dried well with absorbed cloth, and then we bed this aggregate. So after surface drying, after absorbent cloth drying, we wet the aggregate. So the aggregate are then dried in an oven at a temperature of 110 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. So basically the aggregate which will be surface dried, the aggregate, the same aggregate which will be also dried with our absorbent cloth, then we also put the same aggregate in an oven at a temperature of 110 degree Celsius for 24 hours, and then the oven dry bed is determined. So basically this aggregate is kept in an oven. Then what we do, here is our oven, this is our oven. So in this oven, basically in this oven we kept our, or we put our, what, basically we put our uh, aggregate sample in this oven for a temperature of 110 to 105 to 110 degrees Celsius. So here we put our aggregate for a period of 105 to 110 degree, 105 to 110 degree Celsius, 105 to 110 degree Celsius. So the aggregate are then dry in an oven at a temperature of 100 to 5 or 100 to 10 degrees Celsius for 24 hours, and then the oven dry bed is determined. So basically if we put this aggregate for about 24 hours, for about 24 hours. So basically these aggregates these aggregates are put in an oven for about 24 hours. After 24 hours, after 24 hours, we remove we remove these aggregates and weight these aggregate. The specific gravity is calculated by dividing the dry weight of aggregate by weight of equal volume of water. The water absorption is expressed as the percentage, or as the percent water absorbed in terms of oven dry weight of the aggregate. So basically the specific gravity value for our aggregate generally varies from 2.6 to 2.9, because these things I already discussed in your technical engineering. Next, aggregate specimen having more than 0.6% water absorption are considered unsatisfactory unless found acceptable based on strength test. However, slightly higher value of porosity or slightly higher value of porous nature of aggregate may be acceptable for used in bituminous pavement construction if the aggregates are otherwise found suitable. So basically, these from these things, or from these routes, we find our specific gravity test and our water absorption test both. So what are the procedures? I already draw with our freehand or with a sketch diagram. I show all the things. So one by one, I read all the procedures or all the pathway by which we find our specific gravity and water absorption test. So there are three methods of testing for determination of specific gravity of aggregate. According to the size of the aggregate larger than 10 mm, 40 mm and smaller than 10 mm, for sample larger than 10 mm, 40 mm, the below given test method is used, and for samples smaller than 10 mm, pycnometer test is done. So basically how pycnometer looks like, I discuss this, so do not worry. Pycnometer, basically pycnometer looks like just wait. So, basically picnometer, picnometer. So this is the picnometer. So this is our picnometer bottle. So just wait. This is our picnometer bottle. So these are all our picnometer bottle. This is our picnometer bottle. This is also our picnometer bottle. This is all our picnometer bottle. Here this is also our picnometer bottle. So if you observe carefully, then you see picnometer of 1000 ml for aggregate finer than 6.3 mm is used. Here a brass capping, a conical brass capping is also mounted on this picnometer. This is all our glass structure. These all are made with glass. So these are all our glass structures. These are the caps of our picnometer. On this cap, also a brass cap. This is a brass. This is made from brass metal. So basically, this brass cap is also mounted on picnometer. So basically, our picnometer looks like this one. So basically there are three methods of testing for the determination of specific gravity of aggregates according to the size of aggregate larger than 10 mm, 40 mm and smaller than 10 mm. For samples larger than 10 mm, 40 mm, the below given test method is used, and for sample smaller than 10 mm, picnometer test is done. So about 2 kg of aggregate sample is washed thoroughly to remove fineness, drained and placed in wire basket and immerse in distilled water at a temperature between 22 to 30 degrees Celsius and a cover of at least 5 centimeter of water above the top of basket. Next point is immediately after immersion, the entrapped air is removed from the sample by lifting the basket containing it 25 mm above the base of the tank and allowing it to drop at the rate of about 1 drop per second. Next, the basket and aggregates should remain completely immersed in water for a period of 24 hours afterward. So what we do, about 2 kg of dry sample of coarse aggregate is placed in wire basket and immersed in water for 24 hours. So these are the points which will be kept in mind during testing. What about 2 kg of aggregate sample is washed thoroughly to remove the fineness, drained these aggregates and place the aggregate in wire basket. Basically, the opening of our wire basket is not more than 6.3 mm mesh or a perforated container of convenient size with thin wire hangers for supporting it from the balance is taken. And what we do, uh, after taking 2 kg of aggregate sample and immerse in distilled water at a temperature between 22 to 32 degrees Celsius and a cover of at least 5 centimeter of water above the top of basket is taken or is provided. Immediately after immersion, the entrapped air is removed from the sample by lifting the basket containing it 25 mm above the base of the tank and allowing it to drop at a rate of about 1 drop per second. The basket and aggregates should remain completely immersed in water for a period of 24 hours afterward. Then what we do, the basket and the samples are wetted while suspended in water at a temperature of 22 to 32 degrees Celsius. The bed while suspended in water is noted is equal to W1G. So this bed is mentioned to calculate or to find out the buoyant weight which will be founded in our sample, because here we immerse our sample in water and we know if anything is immersed in water, then Archimedes principle will be valid or Archimedes principle will be applicable. So here also Archimedes principle comes in picture. So the bait while suspended in water is noted as W1G. So here we just note down the bit. Here we all note down this bit. So here what we take, this is our W1G, this is our W1G, this is the bit while suspended in water. Here 2 kg of aggregate is taken, or 2 kg of aggregate is taken. Here 24 hours time period is given. Okay, 5 centimeter of water above the top of basket is provided. Next the basket and aggregate are removed from the water and allowed to drain for a few minutes, after which the aggregate are transferred to the dry adsorbed cloth. So basically, if we remove the basket and aggregate from water, then we allow these aggregates to drain for a few minutes, after which the aggregates are transferred to the dry adsorbed cloth, or we transfer those aggregates on our dry adsorbed cloth such that we remove all the adsorbed water from our aggregate. The empty basket is then returned to the tank of water, jolted 25 times and batted in water is equal to W2G. So basically we noted down these all batteds. Here we get W1G, here we get W2G. So the aggregate placed on the adsorbed cloths are surface dry till no further moisture could be removed by this cloth. Then the aggregates are transferred to the second dry cloth, spreaded in single layer and allowed to dry for at least 10 minutes until the aggregates are completely surface dry. The surface dry aggregate is then bedded, and a bit of surface dry aggregate is taken or comes out to be W3G. So we get 3 bedded, one is W1G, one is W2G, W2G, and next is our W3G. So these are 3 different bits. W1G is the bit while suspended in water. W2 is the empty basket when returned to the tank of water. Then we get weight of water at W2G. W3G is the surface dry bit of aggregate. So W3 is surface dry bit of our aggregate. Next, the aggregate is placed in a shallow tray and kept in an oven maintained at a temperature of 110 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. It is then removed from the oven, cloth in on air tight container and bit. So here we also get our bit as W4 gram. So this is our bit, which is our W4 gram. So here, as our observation purpose, we get 4 weighted, one each weight of saturated aggregate suspended in water with basket is equal to W1G, weight of basket suspended in water is equal to W2G. Next is weight of saturated surface dry aggregate in air is equal to W3G. Here we get some amount of weight. So these all are kept empty, because here we get weight of saturated aggregate which will be suspended in water with our wire mesh basket. Here W2G is equal to weight of basket suspended in water. Here W3 is weight of saturated surface dry aggregate in water. Here W4 is when the aggregate is placed in shallow tray and kept in an oven maintained at a temperature of 105 to 110 degrees Celsius for 24 hours, and if it is dry and if it completely dry, then we bit that aggregate and that bit of aggregate comes out to be W4 gram. So this is the bit of an oven dry aggregate. So bit of saturated aggregate in water, bit of saturated aggregate in water. Saturated means water is present in that aggregate. So this is our W1 minus W2 into G. here weight of water equal to the volume of aggregate is equal to W3 minus W1 minus W2 into G. So we know specific gravity is equal to, or specific gravity is defined as, it is the ratio of weight of aggregate to the weight of water when same volume of these two things are taken equal, or when same volume are taken for these two things, that means weight of aggregate and for weight of water. So here the specific gravity is equal to W3 y W3 minus W1 minus W2. Here we also get our apparent specific gravity or mass specific gravity. So our apparent or mass specific gravity is equal to W4 divided by W4 minus W1 minus W2. So from these formulas of specific gravity, we generally found the specific gravity and apparent specific gravity values. So this is all about our first session. I cover next part in second session. So just wait, I start second session within 5 or 10 minutes.